What is up, people of YouTube? Today I am going to be doing something very random because I just watched this Netflix show, you guys, and it was so good. It was so good. It was like literally, it's only 10 episodes. There's only one season out, and I think it's a Netflix original. But yeah, and I watched it in 2 days, and I worked both of those days. So that's how good I thought it was. So I want to just talk about it. So let's just hop right into it. So basically, this show on Netflix is called Dark. I don't know if anybody has seen it. If you have, rate it down below because I think that this was like a 10 out of 10. The only thing about it is that it's based out in Germany. And so when they're talking, like, the show is in English, like, it speaks in English, but if you try and match the words to the mouth is speaking in German while, like, you're hearing English, if that makes any sense. Like, there's no subtitles. I guess on some things there's subtitles, like if they're reading something, it has a subtitle on what they're reading because everything is in German. And so what Dark is basically, like, it's about time travel. And this guy, I guess, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like this person time traveled and, like, they're in a really small town. Like, everybody knows everybody. And there's these caves. And through these caves, like, there's different tunnels that will lead you to somewhere else. And there's, like, it goes from 2019 and then there's a tunnel that goes back to 1963? 1983. 1983, and then there's another tunnel that goes another way, that's 1953. And so it's every 33 years, or some, I don't remember the exact dates. It's something like that, or like 1986, or something like that. I don't know, but it's every 33 years that it dates back to. And so it's 2019, dates back to 1986 or 1983. I can't do the math right now. And then the other tunnel dates back to 1953. I know it's 1953 though, so it has to be 1986. That would make sense because then it's 2019. Yeah. And so basically in I can't tell you guys, like, the whole entire thing because then it's just going to give everything away and it's just not going to, like, I'm just going to spoil it. But it's like, anyways, it's about time travel and it ends up like all of these people just go missing for no reason and they have no idea how they went missing. But then there's this one dude that has time traveled and has been living, like, throughout all of these years. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice for some reason. But yeah, so there's this one dude that time travels through, like, all of these years and whatever, and has lived, like, was born in one of them, and then has lived through all of them. And, like, he keeps going through the tunnels and, like, telling all these people, like, about this and like, how to do it and, like, what's the correct way to do it and whatnot. But, like, I don't know. It's just so intriguing. I'm the worst at trying to explain things too, so I'm so sorry. But it is so intriguing and it's so good and all of you should go watch it. I guess only if you're, like, into that stuff. Like, it's kind of like a sci-fi kind of thing, but it dates back into time. I don't know. It's so weird. And, like, it explains how if you even talk to some person in the past, it will change everything for the future, because if you change something that's in the past, it's going to affect the future in a negative way because some things may not have even happened if you talk to this one person, or if you're involved in this scenario or situation, and if it makes, like, a crime scene, or if it makes, like, a situation, I guess, in the past, then something in the future is going to go wrong, or not even wrong, but, like, it's not going to happen in the future. But since you have already, like, experienced it in the future, then, like, they want to go back in time to try and stop what's in the future so that the future hasn't happened yet. If that makes any sense. It's so confusing, but it's so good. Like, seriously, you can't stop at one episode. Like, you have to keep going to understand the full thing. And it's just like, it drags you into it. You're like, oh my gosh, I need to find out what has happened to this person, or like what is happening all throughout this show. Like, I don't know. It was so freaking good though. And like, I haven't had a show that has dragged me in like that other than like since like Riverdale or like Bates Motel or like the show Lost. Like, I don't know. I'm really into that stuff. I don't know if you guys are, but if you are, seriously, go watch this show. It's called Dark. Just D-A-R-K. And it's on Netflix. And again, I'm pretty sure it's a Netflix original. I could be completely wrong though. But, oh my gosh. So good. Like, I kind of want to rewatch all of the episodes just so that I can understand it even more than I do now. If that makes any sense. Because, like, it'll, like, keep talking throughout the, like, giving you more evidence and, like, more, like, scenarios and, like, people, and, like, it dates back to, like, this thing, and, like, you're like, wait, was this person back? Okay, so my camera just cut out, but what I was saying was, like, it dates back to, like, different people, and, like, it'll come back to the future, and that'll be that same person, but then you're like, wait, like, is that same person in that same scenario and whatnot? And if the background over here is kind of different, I just had to resituate myself, but, and so it's kind of like, you get confused at that part, and, like, it keeps on giving you more information about time travel, and, like, on, like, what you should and shouldn't do and whatnot, and it gets confusing, and, like, if you're really into that, you're, like, trying to listen to it, and you're like, wait, does this actually make sense, and, like, could this actually happen? And that's my dog wrestling around, but it's, like, I don't know, I just really want to rewatch it, to be honest, just so that I can understand it even more. Yeah, just so that I can understand it even more than what I did, and, like, I feel like if you would rewatch it, or, like, if I would rewatch it, I would find out more bits and pieces of things, and, like, I would connect the dots even more, and, like, it would actually make sense, instead of having to wait until, like, the very end, because even at the very end, it kind of leaves you on a cliffhanger, and you're like, okay, so what time period are we in now, and how did this all happen, and how is it affecting the future, kind of thing. And so I feel like they're going to make a second season, like a second and third season maybe, I don't know, but they really should, because it leaves you on a cliffhanger. And so I don't know, I feel like it would be a really good movie if they made it into a movie, not just a series. But either way, it was really good, and it was really intriguing, and I feel like everybody should go watch it because it's just really good. And I just really wanted to tell you guys about it because it was one of my recent finds, and I don't know, I thought it was really good, so you guys should go and watch it. But also another really good series on Netflix, there's only 2 seasons out right now, but it's Atypical, and that one is about, like, this boy who has autism, and, like, how he's, like, trying to cope with things, and, like, how he lives his life, and, like, how he learns and stuff like that. And I feel like it could really change how we're living now if we put those people into, like, I don't know what I'm trying to think or say, but if we considered those people in, like, different scenarios and, like, different situations and stuff, especially at schools nowadays, I feel like they don't really consider those people. Like, they have different classes for them, but that's not really gonna help them learn how to, like if, say you are autistic and, like, they put you in one of those classes, like, you still aren't really able to live your life. You're still kind of restricted, and, like, I get that they're not the exact same, like, they can't function the same way that we do, but it still would be helpful, I think, for schools and different places to consider those people with those needs and to make it an environment for everybody, not just people who can live normal on a day-to-day basis. So anyways, that's just another really good show, long story short. And that one is another Netflix original, and it's just, I don't know, those two shows were just really good. Clearly, I went on a rant about Dark and how it was really good, and so yeah, you guys should definitely go watch both of them. They're both very different from each other, but definitely watch Dark if you're into that, because it's just, it was so good. So good. And at first, I thought it was really scary because I didn't know what was going on, and like the first like few episodes, you're like, okay, like, is this supposed to be paranormal or is it supposed to be scientific? And it's scientific, just so you know. But yeah, definitely go watch those. And that's really all that I have for today. Very random video, but that's all that I have for today. And so yeah, leave in the comments down below if you guys have seen these shows, how you like them, and if you have not seen these shows, then drop a comment on what shows are really good and what shows you recommend on Netflix, because I don't have Hulu and I don't watch regular TV. So yeah, drop a comment and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.